In today's video, let's talk about the perfect workout for you. Now there are three key components to make up your perfect workout. Number one, it needs to suit your lifestyle. Number two, it should be something that you enjoy. Number three, it has to challenge you. Now the first thing you need to consider is how many workouts per week suits your lifestyle best and how long do you prefer to be in the gym for each training session. From there, we're going to reverse engineer things. Now for myself personally, I used to love being in the gym 6 days per week, at least 90 minutes each training session. I just loved being around my bros in the gym. Then I decided to cut it back to 5 days per week because I found that I really wanted to do a lot more activities on the weekend. Now I've cut it back to 4 days per week because I'm doing yoga on a daily basis. I've incorporated more cardio so I can improve my circulatory health, my cardiovascular conditioning. I love getting out on a paddleboard right now and just doing other activities that bring great joy to my life. I've also cut my training time down to 45 to 60 minutes. I find that I'm getting more done in less time, and I find that each set I'm giving more myself to them. I find that I'm more focused and I'm just not kind of pacing myself through the workout. I'm giving it my all to each and every set. Whereas when the workouts were lasting about 90 minutes, I did have to kind of pace myself in order to last through that entire workout there. So just learning experience. Again, there's no right or wrong. And even when it comes to your schedule, it doesn't mean like just because you're saying like 5 days per week suits your schedule, it doesn't have to be the same each and every week. If you have a week where like, you know what, things are pretty chill right now. I feel like being in the gym 6 days this week, roll with it. If you have a busy schedule, it's okay to drop it to 3 days that week. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself into a set number of training days each and every week. Now from here, you're going to decide like, what are some of your favorite training splits? And again, let's say, like myself, I'm training 4 days per week. It doesn't mean that I have to just work with training splits that have 4 workouts in them. You can do a 6 workout push-pull leg split when you're training 4 days per week. Don't feel like you need to stick to a calendar week when it comes to your training split there. So basically I do push, pull, legs, push this week. Next week would be pull, legs, push, pull, and just keep cycling through those workouts in order. So instead of hitting a muscle group twice per week, you're hitting it twice every 9 days. So don't get caught up in a training frequency that is hitting each muscle group so many times per week, every 7 days. Don't get stuck in that calendar week. So then again, so just pick and choose the different splits that you have found have worked best for you in the past that you really enjoy. And every once in a while, throw in a different one just to see if it sparks your enthusiasm and just pay attention to if your body responds any better to it. From here, we take a look at the components of each individual workout, one of them being rest intervals, like how long do you prefer to rest between sets and why? For myself personally, I used to rest for about 2 minutes between sets when it came to the bigger compound movements and anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds, maybe upwards of 90 seconds for the isolation exercises. Reason being is that based on the research at the time, resting for like 30 to 60 seconds between sets would create some metabolic stress, some muscle fatigue, and that was decided to be one of the key indicators of muscle growth. But we've recently found that it doesn't have that much of an impact. It's got more to do with mechanical tension. So what I'm doing nowadays is simply resting for as long as I need to fully recover between sets. Research has shown that like 3 minutes rest between sets is better than 1 minute rest between sets, but I find it really varies from exercise to exercise, and it also depends on how many reps you're performing for that exercise. For example, if I'm performing a leg press, I may need to rest for about 3, maybe even 4 minutes between sets, but if I'm performing a bicep curl, I may be fine with just 90 seconds rest. Now, if I am performing like 6 to 8 reps on that leg press, 3 minutes rest may be fine for me. But if I'm performing like 15 to 20 reps for the leg press, I find that that metabolic stress, that muscle fatigue that really accumulates there requires more rest between sets in order for me to fully recover and be able to lift that same weight for right around the same repetitions for the consecutive sets afterwards. I find that like even after 5 minutes rest, if I'm doing 20 sets for the leg press, the burning sensation is still going on there. I just don't feel like I'm ready to hit that set again. So I got to wait for that fatigue to dissipate and wait for me to be fully ready to give the best of myself to that next set. So again, paying attention to those factors that come into play. And when you decide like how much rest you need between sets for each exercise, how long you're going to be spending in the gym, you can then decide like, all right, this gives me enough room for so many exercises within this particular workout. Now, I find it very easy for myself when I'm programming the workouts for the Lose Fat, Get Jacked Inner Circle members, the same workout plan that I follow each and every month. I enter it into the app and I can see like how many minutes that workout's going to take me based on the number of exercises that I'm doing and how much rest I've allotted for each exercise. Now, just because I allot so much rest between each set for the exercises and the workouts doesn't necessarily mean I'm looking at the stopwatch like 2 minutes rest, it's time to go here. No, I just listen to my body during those times. I just know that for certain exercises, it's an approximation of 2 minutes rest or maybe 5 minutes rest or maybe some 90 seconds rest. So I have a good idea. So I set that in place. So it's easy for me to structure my workouts in the app and kind of see how long that workout's going to last and make it sure it suits my lifestyle best, that 45 to 60 minute time frame there. So now when it comes to exercise selection, I think it's always best to structure most of your workout with exercises that feel good to you, exercises that you enjoy performing, because those are going to be exercises that you're likely to give your absolute best effort to. You're going to crush those sets. Whereas if it's an exercise that you don't particularly enjoy or doesn't particularly feel comfortable to you, you're likely going to stop a little shy of true momentary muscular failure. So again, you got to ask yourself, like with those exercises that you don't enjoy and you're not including in your workout, ask yourself, why? And should I still incorporate some of those movements in my workout? So for example, one of my clients really hates split squats. And he's like, can I swap those out for another exercise that I enjoy? I'm like, well, why don't you enjoy split squats? He's like, my balance sucks. Well, I'm like, well, it's probably a good indication that you should try to improve upon your balance. So yeah, we're going to incorporate mostly the exercise that you enjoy, but this is still a good one that you should keep in there so you can improve your balance, which is really important for our long-term overall health and vitality and well-being. And chances are if you incorporate them in there regularly and you kind of try to give your best effort to them, you're going to get better and better at that movement, and you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment. And just having that sense of accomplishment is going to want to just give you even more enthusiasm towards your training and maybe even give you a better outlook on, well, okay, maybe what are some of the other exercises that I've been avoiding, and maybe I should try to work them in here and there to see if I can experience some benefits that I didn't realize I may gain from those exercises. So now it's time to decide what rep ranges suit you best. And it can vary from exercise to exercise. The great news is research has shown that all rep ranges are equally as effective at building muscle as long as you're bringing the sets very, very close to or to the point of true momentary muscular failure. So if you're someone who finds that performing the hack squat for 6 to 8 repetitions using heavier loads is tough on your spine, your knees, your hips, you may find it better to perform higher rep sets using a lighter weight, maybe 12 to 15 repetitions, maybe 15 to 20 repetitions. I know a lot of guys who absolutely love the lighter weight, higher repetition sets when it comes to the legs. They love the challenge. They're able to flip that switch in their mind, go to their happy place and really work through that burning sensation. But I also know some guys who experience that burning sensation or they're sucking wind, and that's when they stop their set, not when their muscles actually reach that point of true momentary muscular failure. Their muscles could actually do more repetitions, but they're stopping because the burning sensation is just too overwhelming. So that's something you need to be aware of. So really kind of look at the rep ranges that you're performing and find the ones that you feel allow you to have a great indication of that set I stopped at true momentary muscular failure. Where like there might be some exercises where it's heavier loads and you stop that set short of failure because you're like, I'm not so sure if I got another one in me here. So you stop that set. Meanwhile, you probably could have if you really focused and gave it your effort there. But again, you got to play it safe with some exercises. You don't want to be doing that with like a barbell bench press, a barbell squat, or anything like that. But if you're using like a plate loaded chest press and you're doing maybe 5 to 6 repetitions, if you're unsure if you can get another one up there, just try it. Try it. If you do a partial, you do a partial. That's fine. You know for sure you reach that point of true momentary muscular failure. Lower that load control, and you're good to go there. So all rep ranges are equally as effective. So just play around with the ones that suit you best for certain exercises. I find for most people, somewhere between 6 and 10 reps is great for a lot of the movements, and there's going to be some movements where the lighter weight, the higher repetitions are going to be better. Myself personally, I try to keep most of the exercises between 6 and 8 repetitions. There's very few that I'm going above and beyond that. Again, I just find it's easier for me to gauge where true momentary muscular failure is when I'm lifting those heavier loads for the lower repetitions. And again, I was someone who I used to love the high rep sets when it came to legs, but very, very exhausting, very demanding, and again, took a long time to recover between sets. And again, stopping those sets because the burning sensation was just too much. So I'm like, you know what? I was going lighter weight, high repetitions because it felt great on my joints. But then I started increasing the weight little by little, doing fewer and fewer repetitions. I'm like, you know what, this is feeling pretty good. I'm getting better at this, and I just built up my strength, and now it's where I'm thriving at this point. So it's okay, again, to change from time to time. And now, so up to this point, we've covered your workout program design in a way that's going to suit your lifestyle, incorporating exercises, rest periods, rep ranges, all these aspects that are going to bring great joy to your training experience. Now it's the third component, which is challenging you. How are you going to challenge yourself with the workouts? Are you striving for more reps, more load, whether it's from workout to workout or on a monthly basis? You just, as long as you see some sort of progress on the bar over the course of a month or so, you're happy with that. Maybe it's improving the quality of your repetitions, maybe your mind-muscle connection, maybe you're focused during your workout, maybe you just find yourself on your phone a lot, and just getting rid of that is a great way for you to improve and challenge yourself during training sessions. There's just so many different ways you can challenge yourself. And how are you going to approach your sets? Are you going to take a last set, best set approach, where maybe the first set you're leaving 2 reps in reserve, maybe 3 reps in reserve. Second set, you're leaving maybe 1 to 2 reps in reserve. And then last set, it's like all out effort. Or are you going to give all out effort to each and every set? That's where I'm at. I followed the approach of the past, like last set, best set, and not training to failure with those first 2 sets in the past worked great for me. Workouts tended to be a little bit longer because I was trying to get the volume equated there. But now I find each and every set, when I am crushing it, training to failure, I can get in and out of the gym a lot faster. Again, my workouts are more time efficient. I'm able to give more focus and attention to each and every set. So that's where I'm at right now. Who knows how it's going to change down the road? Up to you. What's going to suit you best? Listening to your body in those situations. So that is how you are going to design your perfect workout. Suit your lifestyle, make it enjoyable, and challenge yourself. You got to challenge yourself if you want to grow. Step outside of your comfort zone when it comes to your effort levels, when it comes to exercise selection, when it comes to rest periods. And again, if the challenge is you just are so used to, you want to get through the workout quickly, so you're short in the rest periods and all that stuff, challenge yourself to rest a little bit longer. Maybe embrace the camaraderie in the gym. Maybe journal while you're there. I don't encourage you to flip through your phone or anything, but maybe just focus on the moment. Get yourself amped up for the next set. What can you do to gain more out of that experience in the gym? There's so many different ways we can challenge ourselves and have fun during that training session. I think the fun factor is camaraderie. Again, I joined a new gym, trying to make new friends. I'm a pretty shy guy for the most part there, so it's been a great step outside of my comfort zone, a challenge for me to approach people, talk to them, start some conversations, and who knows what's going to come out of this. I could use a training partner, so hopefully one day I will match up with someone there at the gym and we'll have a blast together. So that is today's video, your perfect workout. Would love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Please take a moment to share your insights, share your feedback, and what you feel is the perfect workout for you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a huge favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you next video.